Student of mine asked me about creating repeat customers, and I thought this would be useful to share because a lot of us kind of have low, mid, high ticket products and we want to sustain it. And one of the things that I believe is like the same energy that you put into having a low ticket customer who buys once off is the same energy that you put in to get a high ticket client as well, right? So whether you're selling something for $100 versus $3,000 energetically, you're basically investing that amount of time to get that outcome. So what you can do is think of an engine in the back end, like especially if you use email marketing, for example, in order to automate that procedure for the $100 customer offer. And what I mean by a customer offer is when a lead is indoctrinated into your universe, you want them to buy something in order to go from a lead to a customer. Now, where a lot of people go wrong is like, okay, you've made the sale and that's it, right? So one thing that I do is as soon as they've bought something, I send them a personalized video to thank them for starters, because, you know, it doesn't matter what it is or however big or small, it does show your true colors and who you are, and that can go a really long way. So that's the start of it. Now, what I do in my world is I have some automations to try to create repeat customers. So let's say somebody's bought this thing that solves problem A. They might get an automated message to say, you know, usually people who've solved problem A have this next problem, which is problem B, and have bought into this thing. Now, immediately they might go, okay, I've been indoctrinated. I've got myself a win. Let's try this B thing. And basically now you've got a repeat customer. If they say no, happy days, it's all fine. And then after that, you can also say like, would you like to work with me one-on-one or whatever it is, like specifically in the consulting world or service-based businesses, to solve that problem together, which gets them into more of a high ticket offer. So that's sort of one step for you to think about when you're doing that, because usually people who buy will buy again. So you think of it like a client offer and a customer offer, right? So I hope that's useful in terms of indoctrination when it comes to a lead and then moving them into that customer funnel. But always, you know, the moneymaker is the client, which is a longer term engagement. So that's what you should be aiming for. And also another thing is, especially in coaching programs or consulting engagements, is they can have a duration, but where the magic is the back-end retainer. So once somebody's gotten a flavor of what you do, if they have another set of problems that you can solve, you can always paint a picture of what this continuity looks like. Now, that doesn't work in any industry, and sometimes people get what they want and they go. But if you go, again, I'm in the client offer, we've spent 3-6 months together. Now, here's the next part of your journey. You've already worked together. They know who you are. They're more likely to spend more if you help them win more. And then that sale sort of softens the entire process. And when you have a back-end retainer model, you need less lead hunting because you've got all of that happening in the back. And the same thing applies with marketing to customers. So for example, in my world, when I make an offer, I make it to a very small segment of the market. So even though I may have like 3,000 email subscribers, there are days where I'm sending one email to like 12 people, right? To buy the next thing or become a client or where I can help them. So that way, because that's already proven and a customer who's already got a taste of your universe is a much stronger fit than a lead that needs that entire nurture sequence. And speaking of nurture sequences, one thing that comes to mind is like, you know, when you have a massive nurture sequence, you allow somebody to like binge your stuff and try your stuff, but not actually buy your stuff. So making an offer every day is what solves this problem, because if somebody opts into like an email list of yours from now, you make an offer on the same day, they might buy it to try it. So think about that when you're talking about leads to customers and customers to clients. I hope that was useful for you today.